I'm Den from Den's Diatribes. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm into renewable energy resources and not a big fan of the fossil fuels that are helping to speed along climate change. I'm not a real big fan of nuclear, which was always been touted the last few years as the solution to carbon buildup in the atmosphere. Because they said, well, you know, there's no pollution from it, blah, blah, blah. Well, Fukushima probably pretty much put the lie to that. Not only have we got all the same pollution, we have the lingering nuclear disaster that occurred. And what are we going to do with spent nuclear materials? Are we going to start a priesthood that'll take care of this stuff for thousands of years to keep it isolated? We can't do that. The complaint that people have with these is they're noisy and they're not pretty. Now, this lovely piece of architecture certainly, to my mind, does not have the same appeal that the wind towers do. Well, can you possibly tell me that this is less of an eyesore? And as for the sound, I'm a couple hundred yards away from the base of it. And the only thing I hear is less than what I hear when a road is crossed by a truck. Other than that, the sound isn't that bad. Now, if I lived here, I don't know, maybe it's that much worse. But noisy is a whole lot better than killing the earth. Let's try and get a little perspective on this. The only problem that we have with renewable resources is that the people who are currently running the power system don't have a way to charge us for it. If they could figure out a way to charge us for the solar panels we have on the roof of our houses, every house would have a solar panel on top of it. But it's not happening. Same thing goes with the turbines. If we not use these big systems here, if we put a little 5 watt on top of every light fixture and power line post that we have, we could eliminate the need for a good percentage of the power production that we have. And there would be maintenance. There would still be people working doing this. But they'd be going out maintaining small places with power generation at source that isn't being lost during transmission. I can hear the mechanics of the inside of this thing, the hum of the power, but it's no louder than what I get from my water pump on my kid's fish tank. What we have here is a high-speed turbine. Now, we have other designs of turbine that haven't taken off that are low speed, and they wouldn't even have the sound that this has. But the fact that I can carry on a simple conversation without having to yell, without having to speak loudly, I can talk in virtually a whisper. And you can barely hear this thing. And yet, people are complaining about the noise. I don't understand. If there's someone on the highway driving past your place, it's louder. An aircraft flying over top of us from, I think we had one happen earlier today, that's louder than this. Your neighborhood kids playing ball in the backyard are way louder than this. So people, let's have a little push for some renewable energy. In Canada, we're dealing with the Harper government. We need to have people come forward and start yelling and screaming about the things that haven't been done, because we've got viable solutions that have already been offered to this government, and it's not happening. You can't have any kind of energy production other than wind or sun where you can have a farm growing underneath it. Underneath here, it appears that we have a soy field happening, and we're growing food and power all in one spot. You can't beat that, folks. Write to a politician, drop him an email. This doesn't take a lot of effort. If you see one, yell at them. Ask them where our renewable energy sources are coming from. Why are they all going into these huge things when small is the way to go? Now, this is a good stopgap measure, but it's not the solution. We need to have some way where everyone produces enough power that they can run their own place. If a simple bylaw would solve most of the energy power problems we have. All you have to do is make it a law that any new construction, the house has to produce enough power to run the air conditioner in the summer. That's it. Because you're still going to be producing in the winter, and you're going to have enough excess power going on there that we can get rid of some of these power plants that are causing so much damage to our environment. Anyways, that's it from Den's Diatribes. We'll talk to you soon. Give me a thumbs up. If you enjoy this, subscribe. We'll talk soon. See ya.